Hey everybody, it's Jason with Avon. I hope this video finds you well and finds you very productive in your Avon business. Also, I hope you're having some great weather like we're having here on this Saturday afternoon. It is beautiful, sunny, not really a cloud in the sky, and big thing for us here in Northwest Georgia, the humidity is down. So we're always enjoy those kind of days because with summer right around the corner and those hot, humid, sweaty days where you walk outside and you just can't breathe and you're like, ugh, I can't breathe and I'm sweating and it's nasty. But with all that coming, we're definitely going to enjoy these kind of days as long as we can. But we have to get through all that to get to my favorite time of year, which is the fall, and then we move into winter. So just wanted to come out today with a short little video and hopefully be able to communicate some things to you on how you can increase your sales, how you can make more money. With different things changing in Avon now, I know people are confused and they're worried and scared and all of that, and I want to help alleviate some of that, and hopefully we'll push through all of this together. It may not be very pretty at sometimes, but you know what? We've definitely been through worse, so we're going to get through this. Here lately, I've been working more hours at my other job and been trying to find ways of better communicating with the team and wanting to do more videos like this to help train and help develop more, show you how to sell more Avon, and hopefully get you making more money, because at the end of the day, that's what we all want. We want to be making more money. So I have been educating myself a lot here lately, reading more books, watching more YouTube videos, been listening to more conference calls from the top leadership in the company, really been paying attention to those people who have done it, are still doing it, and those that maybe they're in the same position I am, or they've been in that kind of position, and what they're doing to get them where they want to be, because whatever they're doing, I at least want to try it and see if that's my path, if that makes sense. So, but I believe that self-education like that is very important, and I want to talk about that for just a minute, really. If you think about it, every other industry almost, with working professionals, you have to continue to educate yourself. A lot of them have continuing education courses. They have to continue to improve. They have to always be learning about the new technology. They have to be learning about the latest trends, new advancements, all of that kind of stuff. They have to be staying up on that so that they're not left in the dust. And we don't want to be left either. So this business really is no different in that aspect. We have to continue to educate ourselves so that we can continue to grow our own businesses. So how do we do that? Well, I found what works for me is I read a lot of books. I've always read a lot of books. Not everybody does, but for me, that's one thing. So I read a lot of like leadership books, self-help books, sales books, books from other Avon representatives they've put out. For a couple of examples here, I read a lot from A View from the Top, all 3 editions. These are very good. Each book has 22 or 23 authors, and they're all what used to be called a senior executive, now executive level and above are in this book. They share their stories, they share their struggles, they share what they've done, where they've been, how they got to where they are now. So some real inspirational type of material in that, and it's really just a good read. So recommend that if you haven't read those, definitely check them out. They're not very expensive from the different seniors, and you know, if there's some floating around your area, you might can borrow somebody's. If you're close to me, I can loan you. But regardless, try and get your eyes on those because there's some really good information on that. Also, I've been reading the Build It Big, and this is just from the direct selling industry, different people through the industry, so it's not Avon specific. But what I found, and I'm certainly not finished with it, but what I have found is that the things that are in this, even if they're not particular Avon, you can still learn from it and tweak it, use it in some way or another for your Avon business. So that's a good thing. But yeah, Build It Big, A View from the Top. But what I've really been dissecting here lately really been digging into and learning from and enjoying is Accelerated Success. Now this is it's a small book. It is by Donna Reed Mitchell. She is used to be senior executive. I'm sure she's executive or above now. I don't know exactly which level, but definitely one of the top in the country. And what she's been, or what I've been reading out of her book, is a lot of things that talk about taking responsibility for your business. Taking responsibility not only for your customers, but also, especially, for your team. And that's what I've been feeling that I should be doing more and more of. Now, with going back to work at the hospital and that taking up a lot of time that I was using for Avon, I'm now having to be very laser focused on my time and making sure that I still get done all those things that need to get done. And I'm definitely trying to find my new normal. But this book has really been helpful to me to say different things about the leadership side. And so one of the things they talk about was training your team, obviously. So that's what I wanted to come out today with, a little more information about how I can help you with all of these things. So self-education is very important. Reading books, YouTube videos, the conference calls, going to different seminars that are offered, things like that, always helping to improve yourself. In today's world, it's very technology driven. There's a lot of information out there. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming, but don't let that happen, because even if you take one YouTube video and you break it into certain pieces, you can still get the information that you need out of it. But there's no reason that you can complain about not being trained or not having information. All you have to do is get out and look for it. Especially in today's world, with YouTube, with Facebook, with all the conference calls that are being offered, with all of the live streams that they're doing, all of that offered, it's really there for you to take for free. So there's no excuse for you to say, well, I don't know how to do this. Somebody somewhere is talking about it. And if not, contact me directly. We'll talk about it that way. There's an idea, right? But I really just wanted to make sure that everybody on the team or anybody watching this is able to get something out of this that they can use. Now, I don't expect you to watch the video and write down everything I say word for word and go out and try it A, B, C, D. This is what Jason said. Let's do it. That's not what I expect. What I'm hoping is that you watch this and maybe you take 2 or 3 things out of it that I say in this video that you are able to really wrap your head around. Something that strikes a chord with you and you say, okay, I want to try these 3 things. Now, my further advice is don't try them just once. Let's try them 10 times, 20 times. Go out and try things 30 times, because that way you have enough of experience doing this that you're able to get a real result. That was one area that I really had to work on. Trying something enough times to see a result that I could then analyze. Because if I'm going out business to business and I do that one day and I hit 4 businesses, that doesn't really give me any kind of result. Maybe all 4 were great, maybe all 4 sucked. But it doesn't matter. 4 is not enough. But if I go out for an entire month and I hit 4 businesses a day, 5 days a week, well, that's 20 businesses a week, 80 businesses for the month. Then I can see, okay, out of 80 businesses that I went into, 20 of them let me leave books. Out of those 20, I got a phone call from 15 of them that wanted to place an order. Those are the kind of things that we really need to work with to see what the numbers are, to see how we could use those numbers to your advantage. Because if you know you want so much in sales, you can use those kind of numbers to see how do I get there. And that's a very specific training that we can do one-on-one. Definitely reach out to me directly. Let me know what you need. That's what I'm here for, okay? But just trying things enough times to get that result is a big thing with this business. So there's a couple of other things that I feel are very important I want to talk about today. And I fully believe that if you are taking the time out of your day to listen to me talk about this, that you are very serious about your Avon business. You are the person that I'm definitely wanting to connect with to see how I can help improve your business, you can exchange ideas with me, we can throw things against the wall and see what sticks, whatever you want to call it, but just to see how we can help each other, because this is not all about Jason knowing everything by any stretch of the imagination. Trust me, there are some things that I learned from you all that I would have never gotten anywhere else. There are things that you all are doing. Maybe you hear something that somebody else said in a completely different way, and then it makes more sense to all of us. So that's why I really like that exchanging of ideas between all of us. So just wanted to see how we can do that more also. But a few different things that I definitely want to talk about. So since you're here, since you're listening, you're obviously concerned or interested in learning more about how you can increase your sales, because that's what this video is really about. How can I make more money, really? So I'm going to get down into some meat of the training here, and we're going to talk about very specific things. We're going to talk about different ideas. We're going to talk about things that I've used, what's worked for me, things that I've heard a couple other people are using that I'm trying now, and they're in that, trying time for me. So hopefully you'll be able to get something out of all this. So how do I sell more Avon? Well, there's really two ways that you can increase your sales. One, you either sell more products to the customers that you already have, or you sell to more customers. There's really not any other way that I can think of to increase your sales besides taking what you already have as far as a customer base and selling more products to them, or finding more customers. Now, perfect world, both of those things are going to come together, and we're going to talk about that. But one may be easier for you than the other, or maybe one works for a little while better than the other, and then the other starts to work a little bit better. That's normal in this business. Things change, things fluctuate. What's working today may not work come Christmas. What's not working today may be the best thing at Christmas. You just never know. That's why we're always trying new things, going back to the things we've done before just to try them and see. So, personally, just a personal opinion, I believe it's easier to get more customers than it is to try and convince a current customer to buy more from you. It's just a personal opinion. Maybe it doesn't, your situation's completely different, but this is the way I see it. So we're going to tackle the tough one first. How to sell more products to the same person. Okay? Now, most people that you already sell to are more than likely a specific kind of customer. Like they're a makeup customer, or they're a fashion customer, or maybe they're a bath customer, whatever. They know what products they love. They really use those. They buy them from you regularly. You know when they're going to need them because, like if it's skincare every 3 months or 4 months, they're going to need more, whatever. So, how can you introduce that customer who already loves her makeup to something new? Okay? So, let's take an Avon makeup customer. She really enjoys, let's say, the eyeshadows. Okay? Because we have a wide selection. I know I sell a lot of them. Don't wear them, but sell a lot of them. So, if that's your excuse now, let me go ahead and take that one off the table. And if you say, well, I don't ever use that, or if you hear that statement, oh, I don't use Avon, or whatever, I don't use it either. And last year I sold $14,000 worth of Avon. So you don't have to use every single product. Now what you are using, definitely want to use those personal testimonies and experiences to talk to your customer about that. Like the products that I do use, Footworks, the shampoo, body washes, the deodorants, the men's jewelry like the watch and the bracelets and all that stuff that I really enjoy. Of course, I'm going to talk about that all day, every day. But the things that I don't use, makeup, um, the clothes, the shoes, the perfume. I mean, I wear the men's cologne, but I'm obviously not out with ultra sexy whatever. You know what I mean? So, but I have a personal experience or a testimony from that because I know someone who does. Maybe my sister has tried this product and really loves it, or my best friend who loves the mascara. I can sell mascara all day long because of everything she's told me about the mascara. Okay. Maybe it's the clothes. My mom really likes the clothes, so whatever she says about that, I can talk about that. Now, I don't specifically, personally wear the dress, but she does, and I can talk about what she liked about it. So I use that as my personal experience. So if that's on the table right now for you, let's just take it off. You can use the products yourself, what you do use, and what you don't, you can have a personal experience through somebody else. Now, let's say somebody comes to you and they ask about a product that you don't use and you've never sold and you've never really heard anybody talk about it. What can you do there? Well, this is what I would do. I would order the product, give it to them. Now, if this is somebody you trust, obviously, but you're going to order the product, you're going to give it to them, let them try it for a week, and then go back to them a week later and say, okay, I want some feedback from you because I've never tried this and I want to know more about it. What did you like? What didn't you like? How did it feel? How did it smell? Did it do what it said it was going to do? Was there any alternate reaction that you found or anything? Get some real deep feedback from these people because that does a couple of things. Number one, they feel valued, so they're definitely going to be sticking with you a lot longer. Now they know, okay, I'm really helping him out. He needs to know about this because he's not wearing the lipstick, so he needs to know how the lipstick feels, what it looks like, how long it lasts on the lip, all of that stuff. So they feel valued. Everybody likes to give their opinion about something. Lord knows I do. But I just feel like everybody likes to give their opinion about something. So if they're helping you, they're giving their feedback, you're getting their opinion, and maybe you give them a little discount. Maybe they get, if it's not too expensive and it's in your budget, give it to them for free. Say, the first one's on me. Thank you so much for your feedback. When it's on sale again, I'll definitely let you know. And then from then on, if it's something they love, they're going to be buying it from you from then on. Use what you have to your advantage. Okay? So, let's talk about if the Avon makeup customer, she really enjoys the eyeshadow, and since you know that she's already in the market for eye makeup, why not point out the great deal that Avon has on eyeliner? Or if she's putting makeup on, she's going to have to take it off. Did you notice the great sale of, or did you notice the eye makeup remover? This campaign is on sale for $4 or $3 or whatever the price is. That's what we call category selling. You're selling within the same category of makeup. Okay? You're not being pushy. You are just showing her what we're offering, and we have everything you need for your eye makeup needs from beginning to end. Putting it on all the way through taking it off, right? That's what we call category selling. Upselling something within the same category, in this example, makeup. But we can also talk about cross-category selling. So let's stick with that makeup customer, okay? This customer, maybe she loves the entire face. She buys her foundation, she buys her eyeshadows, she buys her mascara, her eyeliner, her lipstick. Everything the lady puts on her face, she buys from you. Okay? Well, Can't really talk about anything else because she already buying all the eye makeup or all the makeup stuff. So you can't really think about anything in makeup that she could use. What about skincare? If she's putting all this effort into making her face up, why not start with an even better canvas and use Avon skincare, right? Then you can talk about all the different lines that we offer in the skincare category. Do they have acne problems? Clear skin. Does she want to combat against those first signs of aging? Maybe she's not showing aging on her face yet. Talk about NutraEffects. Maybe she likes the more natural stuff with NutraEffects. Does she already have some signs of aging that she wants to get rid of and combat against future signs? Let's talk about Anew. It's a great thing. We all use it, right? Should be using it. Maybe she has specific problems that she wants to deal with. Maybe her skin's not bright enough, or maybe she has a certain texture problem, or there's red tones in her face. We want to talk about the Avon Anew Clinical. The vitamin C and all of those things, the clinical side of the skincare products. All of those are offered to our customers for a reason, because they are the problems that are out there. They're wanting to combat against these. So that's what we would call cross-category selling, from makeup to skincare. Okay? So let's take that makeup customer. You turn her onto skincare. You're opening up the new product line for her. You're making more money. She's happier because now her skin's looking better, and she's still buying the makeup from you. Well, you can also jump categories. So it's not necessarily in the same category, and it's not one that you can link between two categories. You're just going to completely jump across a couple of categories here, okay? So maybe this time we have a customer who buys a lot of perfume. She really likes to smell good, and you can category sell with perfume and get the whole perfume line. Get the perfume itself, you can get the deodorant and the shower gel and the body wash and the skin softener and the whole thing. You get the whole haiku set, for example, okay? Well, that's category selling. If we're going to jump category, we think about, obviously she likes to take care of herself, right? She's already pampering herself with the perfume products, the fragrance products, the deodorant, like I said, and the shower gel and the body wash, and you've taught her how she can layer her scent so that it will last longer on her skin throughout the day. And if you don't know it, that's what that is. It's, you use the shower gel, you put on the body lotion, you use the deodorant and the perfume, and then you've built it up so it lasts longer because you layered the scent on the skin. If you have a customer and they're buying one thing, tell them if you buy the whole thing, it'll last even longer for you. So it's a little more bang for her buck and more dollars in your pocket. So, good thing. But to jump category, okay, let's think about this. She's obviously taking care of herself. She really pampers herself. She enjoys the fragrance. So maybe you want to talk to her about the bath line, okay? Think about, if I were going to do this, I would start with like a hand cream, okay? Let me find one in the book here. The hand creams, okay, they're on sale in campaign 13 here. Campaign 13 book, and they're on sale in the fold for $2.49, okay? So, we're going to talk about a particular body line. Well, at $2.49, it's going to cost me about $1.50. We'll say $1.50, okay? Well, if I've got one of these, maybe I buy one of these for $1.50. I'm going to talk to her. I know you really like the perfume and you really like the whole line here, but have you tried Avon's Moisture Therapy? It's one of the best lines that we offer. It's been around for a long time. I know I sell a lot of it because people really like it. Have you tried this? Then what am I going to do? I'm going to open it up. This way she's going to see this is a brand new bottle because it's got the little tag on it, okay? I'm going to take that off. Then I'm going to, what am I going to do? Put some on her hand. I'm going to let her try it right there in front of me. That way she tries it, she can feel, she can smell it, she can see that it's not greasy, all of that. And then I'm going to go one step further because this cost me $1.50 and I'm investing in my customer, investing in my business. And I'm going to say, okay, I want you to take this. I want you to try this until next campaign, until we talk again, okay? I want you to really try this, and then I want you to tell me what you think. Again, I'm going to get feedback from this customer, okay? Now, this is something that I would personally already use, so I would have my personal testimony, but she doesn't have to know that. Maybe you still want her feedback because maybe she'll have a completely different experience with the product. So, I'm going to give it to her. Then, I'm going to say, I'm going to go back to her the next campaign and say, how did you like that? How did it feel? What did you not like about it? Because I want to hear the good and the bad, because I don't want to just puff it up here. I want to know everything. Then I would say, oh, well, whenever you want more, they're actually on sale this campaign. And that's actually part of a full line where you can actually get all three of these products for $15. Okay, and what is that going to give her? It'll give her another hand cream, a full-size body wash, and a full-size body lotion. Hello. I just took this $1.50 investment to a $15 sale for a customer who has never bought anything like this from me. Right? It's definitely something to think about, people. Definitely something to think about. So, if she's... And you can do that with anything. It doesn't have to be the bath line. I mean, it's whatever you want to talk about. But there's a great example. So that's how you can get people buying more. The people you already have to buy more from you. Another great thing to use are samples, because maybe it's a full-size face cream that she's wanting to try, but you just met this customer. You don't know her well enough to purchase a $28 or $38 face cream, just give it to her and hope she comes back with it, because I'm not going to do that with somebody I just met. That's going to be with people that have been my customer for a while. We have a good relationship. But if it's the face cream, I've got samples. I can give her a sample of the face cream. This is the new Platinum Day Cream. Okay, so I'd give her a sample of this, or maybe 2 samples, and say, I want you to try this for a week. Let me know how it feels. How does your skin feel afterward? All of that. I want feedback. Again, I want feedback, okay? So it's not like you're going to have to put a ton of money. I'm not telling you to buy a bunch of products and start giving it away and asking for feedback. Try one thing, one time. Let this customer try this, get feedback, see how that goes. Okay, if it's customers, sure, try it the 20, 30 times. Because samples are not that expensive. Do not go give out 30 bottles of Anew. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, let's use that big brain God gave you. So, also use the samples that Avon already gives you in the book. 99% of the time it's in the fragrance section, like this. When you see, I hope this focuses, rub wrist here. I don't know if that's focused or not. Anyway, it's the little perfume sample on there. What you want to do is have the customer rub her wrist there. Then you want her to smell her wrist, not the paper. It's not scratch and sniff, okay? It's rub your wrist and then smell your wrist, because that's where the scent will be. This is just going to smell like paper all day long. So, teach your customer how to do that. Maybe you take the sample pages and you fold them up for the customer so they know that something's in there and it's flagged. Oh, there's something in there he wanted me to see. Let's check out what that is. Oh, and it happens to have a sample on it. Sure, I'll try that. You never know what's going to work, right? So, that's how I try and get current customers to buy more products, different products. Definitely always try to turn the customers on to the consumable products, the things they're going to be using and need to buy again. Now, of course, I want them to look at all the fashion stuff and the shoes and the clothes and the jewelry. Of course, I want them to look at all that and buy all that they want. But that's a one-time thing. I also want those to be add-ons. Like, I want her to definitely be buying all her bath line with me, not Walmart. I want her to get all of her skincare with me, makeup with me, not Clinique, right? And the other stuff will be add-ons, because the makeup and the skincare and the bath line are all consumable products they're going to be using and needing to purchase again. Repeat business, more money in my pocket. I hope that makes sense. So, okay, so I've got all my customers and I have done category selling and cross category selling, and we've jumped categories, and sure, they're buying everything in the book. Okay, now how can I increase even more? Well, we're going to get new customers. So, let's talk for a little bit. How do I get new customers? Now, there are videos, trainings, conference calls, whole books written about how to get new customers. So, I'm going to try and tell you what I've been doing. I'm not going to try and tell you everything that's out there by any means, but I do want to give you a few tips of what has really worked for me. I want to teach you how to work smarter and not harder. Now, don't get me wrong. Building a business is hard work, okay? Hard work is what it takes to build any kind of business, but especially one like this where you have to be consistent and all that. But I have learned a couple of tricks for you to work smarter and be able to get the results that you want, and you don't feel like you've been beating a dead horse all day. So, the number one thing that I learned, Molly Stone Bibb, as you know, is my upline. She taught me, well, technically she taught me this even before I was in her downline, so this was last time around, how to work Avon into your everyday life. Now that I've gone back to work at the hospital, this has become so much more important to me, because when I was doing Avon full time, sure, work Avon into your everyday life, because that's what you're doing every day. I mean, that's your job now, right? But now that I have this also on top of everything else, I have to find how to work my full-time job, take care of the family, try to have some kind of a social life, work on the writing that I really like to do, and run my Avon business. Now, I know you all get it. We're all busy. You all have jobs, you all have families, you all have hobbies, you all have friends. I get it. We're all in the same boat here. So let's get real for a minute. How are we going to do this? And some people are afraid to get real with their team. They're afraid that we're going to scare them off, or if they find out how hard this really is, they're not going to stick around. Well, they're going to find out either way, and I want to be upfront and honest with everybody and say, if you think you're going to sit on the couch and you're going to make a multi-million-dollar business, you're living in a fairy tale. You can ask anybody in Avon who has built any kind of business. Did it come to you while you sat on the couch? No. Nobody that I know that I've ever heard from, ever talked to, ever had a text message with, Facebook message, anything. No one has ever said, I just sat back on the couch and I watched the money roll in. Okay? Nobody. So, let's get real. You have to work your business. As a leader, there are things that I have to make sure I have time to do every single day, every single campaign, every single month. Okay? It's the way I feel I run my business. So, like, every day I have to work leads. Every day I have to get in touch with some people on the team. People who haven't placed an order, people who have placed a great order, people who their orders coming up, especially my new people, all of that. I have to get in contact with all those people. I have to train and develop new leaders, great new sellers. I have to get in touch with my own customers every campaign, because That's the lifeblood of my own business, keeping my customers happy, to make sure that they're getting their books, that they are being followed up with, and that their orders are getting to them on time. It's a whole new strategy now that I've gone back to work, but it's working. I'm loving it. I'm learning how to use my calendar a lot more. That's one thing that Molly and Lee have been working with me on, helping me stay focused, and I'm using them now more than ever. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've always had a great partnership and love the trainings that we do. I talk to them every campaign to see, where we are now, where we want to be in a couple of campaigns, what's the big goal for the end of the year, those kind of things. So, it's a whole new level now that I've gone back to work. Like, I was talking to Lee this week, and we were going over some numbers and seeing that they weren't really where I need them to be or where I want them to be. And he's always making me think of new, he'll say something that'll make me think of a new idea or a new way of doing something, a new strategy. So those things are very important to be on my calendar, to talk with them. I always make sure that those are usually first on my calendar, to be real honest, to make sure that I know this day, every campaign, I'm talking to my uplines. So, and of course I can contact them at any time, just like you all can contact me anytime. But it's very helpful to have that kind of working relationship, so I can see when things are going right, when things are going well, when I may need to adjust a couple of things to say, okay, I need to pick up the slack here a little bit. Or when things get derailed and they're just all screwed up and be like, battle stations, what the hell we gonna do now? Been through all that with them here recently. So, love those conversations. So, but want to take a moment to talk about how to get more customers. And using your materials on how to do that. So, I'm a President's Club member, which means I've sold, every year I sell at least $10,000 worth of Avon. Every year, okay? Now, I have a plan I'm working to get even higher in the program, but, plans take time, the work takes time. When you think about it, only about 10 or 20% of all the Avon representatives even make it into President's Club. So, still a top seller when you think about it. But what does that mean? President's Club, like I said, it's $10,000 or more. Avon has 26 campaigns, as we know, every 2 weeks. And within those 26 campaigns is when you have to sell that $10,000. Okay? From campaign 1 through campaign 26 is what it is. Now, what are the benefits of President's Club? Guaranteed 40% on everything that is a core product. Means does not have that diamond symbol, okay? 85% of the book, I think, is core products. So, when you get President's Club, you get 25% on the third-party items. So, those things that do have the diamond symbol that you've been making 20% on up until this point, now you're going to be making 25% on them. Also, with the payment restructure, you have to be in President's Club to be able to earn 45 and 50% on products. And those are on sales levels. Like, you have to meet certain levels every campaign to make those levels. But you're guaranteed 40% on everything no matter what you sell. So, maybe you've been selling $1,500, but you're only making 40% on it because you're not in President's Club yet. But when you hit it, then you're going to be making 50% on it. It's a 10% increase on your sales. It's pretty dang good, not going to lie. You also get the Miss Albie statue. Many reps proudly display them. They always look really nice. It's just a figurine that you can put in your display case or wherever, but that's really nice to have. There are no late fees on shipping, so if you turn your order in late, you get preferred shipping still. There's a special luncheon where you celebrate with your other President's Club members in the area or district. Celebrate together and all the hard work. But the big thing is you're making more money. Okay? That's the big thing. You're making more money. So, how can I use my materials to get more customers and to get into President's Club? That's the question now. Well, number one, you have to have brochures. You have to have these. You're not going to get anywhere if you only have 10 books, 20 books, 30 books. You're just not going to get there. Okay? I don't know anybody who's President's Club or above who only buys 30 books a campaign. It's just the reality of this business. Avon will give you, when you purchase your kit, depending on which one you purchase, gives you 20 or 30 books to get started of each campaign. Okay? Well, let's make sure those brochures that you have, if this is your first or second campaign, let's make sure those brochures you have are worth it. We want them to work for you as hard as they possibly can. So, with my brochure, this is how I do it. I make sure I have the label on the back with all my information, my name, my phone number, my email, and website, and to buy or sell, contact me today. Okay? Because I want you contacting me now. I want that sense of urgency. I don't want you to call me in 3 weeks or 6 months. This book's not good anymore, and now I'm trying to scrounge around and get the prices. We'll talk about that in a minute, but still, contact me today. Also, in every single book that leaves my hands in one way or another will have a recruiting flyer. Okay? Nothing special about this. 6 reasons why you should join my Avon team. And then it talks about you choose your startup kit. You earn up to 40% on all of your sales. Because like I said, you can't get 45 or 50% until you're in President's Club. And by the time we're getting there, we've already talked about that. Bonus money for adding people to your team. Every person you bring on who is successful, you get a bonus. Who wouldn't want that? Social media app for sharing. You can use the Avon social media app and share across all of the social media platforms. You get your own e-store with an easy setup. It's very easy when you sign up. You all know that. Work your Avon around your life. Have fun. Be your own boss. It's up to you. For more information, contact Jason. Sign up online. Or my e-store. My e-store is at the bottom here. Because if you don't want to sell, I want you to buy from me if you're looking for it. Because you picked the book up. You're obviously looking at it for a reason, right? But I never want to miss the opportunity to make more money by bringing somebody into the business. So every book that leaves my hands, no matter how I'm getting rid of it, if it is we're tossing them, and we're going to go over all this, tossing them, or if we are handing them to new people, even my current customers still get these in every book, because I never know when they're going to go through a divorce, or their job is going to downsize and they get laid off, or maybe their hours get cut. Yeah, there's a million different ways that people need more money. These days, everybody needs more money. What's the best way to make money? My Avon business. Come, be a part of our Avon family. Let me teach you how you can make as much money as you want to work for. But you got to work for it, right? So, always have brochures with you. Now, if you have 10, it's not enough. Just going to be real honest. My personal advice, when you start buying your brochures, get 100 of them. You can get 100 for less than $22. You get 100 books. Okay? That's 99 books that you can hand out, because you got to keep one for you. 99 books you can hand out to people and be able to get a return on them. Where else can you get that kind of return? I don't know of anywhere. So, your brochures, most important thing, okay? Like I said, when you want to get into samples, until you can afford to get into samples, use samples that Avon gives you. Those where you rub your wrist, use those in the beginning. If somebody asks for something specific, of course you can get it on your next order with that, but until then, let them enjoy the book that you have now, right? So, make that commitment. Order 100 brochures. Now, how am I going to find these new customers? How am I going to get rid of these 99 books that now I've got to get rid of because Jason convinced me to buy them, right? I've heard that before. Well, let's talk about it. First of all, you're going to, every current customer that you have right now, everyone who's already purchasing from you, I want you to give them an extra book. And I want you to tell them, I'm currently this campaign in a customer search. And I was wondering if you have a friend or a coworker or a family member that you could pass this along to. And when they contact me to place an order, all they have to do is tell me they got it from you, and you'll get a free gift. Now that free gift could be a lip balm, it could be that $1.50 hand lotion, whatever. Or maybe you give them a discount on their order. However you want to do it. But every customer that you have, give them an extra book. Okay? Also, so let's say you have 20 customers. You give them all an extra book. That's 40 books, right? Well, now you got 59 books that you still got to get rid of. Well, like the flyer said, let's work Avon into our life. Where are you already going? Do you ever go in Walmart and go to the bathroom? Do you ever go to KFC, Chick-fil-A, any fast food restaurant, go to the bathroom? Do you ever go into Target or Sears or Belk or any store and go to the bathroom? Here's the consistency, right? Bathrooms. So, what are you going to do? Well, you're going to get your books ready. Like I said, you're going to put a label, or you're going to write your information or stamp your information, however you're going to get it on there. Don't ever send out a naked book, as they call it. They have to be able to get a hold of you. Then, if you're looking to make even more money, you want to make sure you have a recruiting flyer. If you don't know how to get these, please let me know, because I can get you some, send them to you with your information on them, and then you just got to print them. It's very simple. But I'm going to put this in my book. Now, if I'm just handing these to customers, I'm going to flip it up under the first page. That way that flyer doesn't get messed up whenever it's in the box or the bag or a purse or whatever. I flip it up into the cover of the book if I'm just handing them out like this. Now, if I am going to leave this book on the gas pump when I'm getting gas, here's what I'm going to do. I put the flyer like this. I'm going to take this clear literature bag. Okay? Now, you can get 50 of these for 80 cents, I believe. Clear literature bag under the supplies where you order. You go under supplies and it's sales tools. So I'm going to put it in sideways, okay? And all I did was slide it in and slide the book down in the bag. That takes a little practice, but with enough practice, you're going to be able to fly through these. Now, if I'm going to leave it on the gas pump, or if I'm going to toss the brochure, I'm going to take the rest of the bag and I'm going to stuff it inside the book. Now, it looks like it's wrapped, it's pretty, it's not going to get damaged, it's not going to be bent whenever it's in your purse, it's not going to get wet if it is left at the gas pump and it rains. It's protected, okay? Now, this is the way I get ready all of the books right now. Then, if we're going to, let's say, Longhorn, or let's say, I don't know, what's more common for us? The Mexican restaurant. We eat a lot of Mexican food. So let's say we're going to the Mexican restaurant. Then, Mama goes to the bathroom. She's got some of these in her purse. She's going to pull the plastic out of the middle there. She's going to take this when she goes to the bathroom, like we talked about. We all go to the bathroom in those places. Then, when you close that bathroom door, you're going to hang this up on that hook where they have for your purse or coat or whatever. It's for your Avon book is why they have it there. Let me be real clear. It's for your Avon book, okay? So, you hang this on there. Then, whenever they come back or somebody comes in after you, it's not germy or anything. It's clean. It's hanging up there. Sure, I want one of those. They take it, they put it in their purse, they call you. Now, let's be smart. You go into the bathroom at the mall and there are 15 stalls, right? Do not leave a book in every stall. That's how you get in trouble, because This technique has been taught for years from Molly, okay? And people would try it, they go in and they just flood the bathroom. They leave 2 books in every stall. So now there's 30 Avon books sitting in this one bathroom from this one Avon representative. Then whoever cleans the bathroom goes in and they see all these books. Well, they take them down, they take it to their manager calls, you cannot be doing this, they get in trouble. And then they get their feelings hurt, nobody loves them, blah, blah, blah. Get over all that. Let's be smart, people. Put 1 in there, okay? Because the chances of them taking 1 down are a lot less than them taking 30 down. Obviously, if they see all of those, they have to take them down. They can't leave them there. But if they see 1, trust me, I know. I used to be the person who would have to clean the bathroom at a gas station, okay? If they see 1, we can leave that. I didn't see that, whatever your case is. But it's still, they can leave that 1. So let's be smart. Let's leave 1 in the bathroom, 1 on the gas pump, 1 in a grocery cart. Don't fill up the whole line of grocery carts full of Avon books. Of course they're going to call you and gripe at you because you're littering. You know, you're promoting your business where their business is, which maybe that's against their rules. But if they see 1, maybe somebody gets it before anybody even knows. Or 2, if they do see it, they're more likely to leave 1 alone so that a new customer can't get it. Just my personal opinion. Also, you can take these like this. You can get one of those little cheap hooks at the dollar store or pharmacy, wherever, the little suction cup on it. Stick it on your car whenever you go into any of these places, Hobby Lobby, wherever. Stick it on your car and hang 2 or 3 books up. Then, as people walk by, if you have that sign on your car, they say, oh yeah, I would like a book. Well, here's one. Go ahead and take one. Again, who knows, right? But whenever you're leaving books like that, I want you to please be smart and just do 1. Okay? Where else are you going? Do you ever go through the drive-thru? Offer it to the lady who's taking your money. She's taking your money. You can be giving her an Avon book, right? At the grocery store, wherever they're checking you out, she's taking your money. You can give her an Avon book. At the post office, if you're there buying stamps or whatever, they're taking your money, you can give them an Avon book. That's just the way I feel. If I'm having to pay them for this service or the goods or products or whatever, I can give them an Avon book, okay? Because if I'm spending money, I can be making money. It's just the way I feel about that. Now, are you going to get every single one of these? Of course not. Everybody you give a book to is not going to call you and place an order. That's just life. Even if you get 1 or 2, hey, let's celebrate. That's 1 or 2 you didn't have. Okay? You give out 10 books and you get 3 people who placed an order with you? That is great. That is great. Let's celebrate that. So, I mean, you think about those kind of things. Do you want to build your business? Or do you want to keep sitting on the couch and then complain because you don't have any money like you did last week, last month, last year? You've paid the joining fee for Avon, obviously. I don't know anybody who's not in Avon who would want to watch this, but if you do, nice to meet you. But you've paid the joining fee. Let's make sure that it wasn't money wasted, okay? Give out as many books as you can. All those books that you have. If you need more books, let me know. We can make it happen. You can order more books if we're close enough. I can bring you books. I can mail you books. If you need more books, let me know. So, let's talk about, you've given out as many books as you can. You've left in every bathroom you've been in. You purposely even stopped at some places you didn't need to go and you left one in their bathroom because you are dedicated and you say, Jason, I am so sick and tired of not having any money. I'm going to do whatever the hell it takes to make this business work. I've stopped in every bathroom in my city. They all have 1 book. I have given all my current customers books. I have done all that cross-category selling that you talked about. I still got 32 books. What am I going to do with them? Well, what would I do? I would go toss them. Now, Big controversy in the Avon world about tossing. Some people think it's beneath an Avon representative. Some people think that it's littering. Some people think it's a bad way to promote the company. I don't care. They can sit over there. Those are usually the people who are still complaining they don't have any money. So, this is what I was taught. Again, this is a Molly idea, so I'm going to give credit where credit is due. I guess all these ideas I've had, most of them have probably come from Molly in one way or another, because she's always filling my head with great ideas. And I, in turn, want to pass that along to you. So, tossing. Again, you're going to get your book ready. You're going to have your label. Okay? You're going to have your recruiting flyer. There is a flyer that I've put up in the group that is a tossing flyer that says, why do you have an Avon book in your driveway, or something like that. If you want to put that in here, that's perfectly fine. Some people think that will help buffer against those people who call and bitch because they have an Avon book in their driveway. Anyway, so I'm going to get it ready. I'm going to do the bag stuffing. I'm going to shove it in the middle here. Okay? Then, when it's just me, whenever I have enough of them saved up, we're all going to get in the car. We're going to drive around in neighborhoods late at night so I can drive slow and I don't have to worry about other traffic in the way. Okay? We're going to take these and we're going to throw them into people's driveways. We are not going to put them in the mailbox because that's illegal. Don't want anybody going to jail because I ain't got bail money for you. Do not put them in the mailboxes. Just toss them into the driveway. Now, you can do this or you can not do this. It's entirely up to you. This is your business. You run it however you want to. But this is what works. For me, it's what worked for Molly. I mean, she's built a customer base of over 300 people, most of them this way. Okay? Then we're going to get in the car, we're going to go toss these, and then I'm going to take them to Steak and Shake because they're open all night, and we're going to have a milkshake or a sundae, or we'll go to IHOP and eat breakfast if we're out that late, whatever, you know. But that's kind of the way we congratulate ourselves with all that tossing that we do. Because we usually go, I think the last one we did, we had 2,500 books. So we wait till we have a big amount of books and then we go toss them. We're trying to do holidays now. Like Memorial Day weekend, it was really rainy here, so we didn't get to go. So we're going to do 4th of July. We're saving them until then. And we're going to go out and try, because people are already off work. Maybe the wife will get the book where the husband would throw it away. Whatever. I mean, again, a million different situations here. Now, let's talk about old books. Those books that you've had for 4 months, 6 months, 2 years. Okay? What are you going to do with those? You're going to go toss them. I'm an Avon representative. It's against my religion to throw an Avon book away. Been taught that too. Okay? You throw an Avon book away, you get slapped on the hand. So, not really. Calm down, everybody. But you're going to take an old book and you're going to toss it because you want them out of your house. You're tired of your husband or your wife or your mom griping about all these books sitting around, whatever. So you're going to go toss all these old books. So it's we're in campaign 14, 2017 at the time of this video. Well, I'm going to toss like some campaign 2, 2017, campaign 3, 2017, campaign 24, 2016. Okay, like I've got old books that I've been saving for not a rainy day, but a clear evening. Somebody's going to call from an old book and they're going to say, okay, I want to order this, this, and this at this price. And that's not the price in the current book. Well, let's think. You've got 3 books you can work out of. And if you don't know that, let me cover that for just a second. You can order out of the book that you're currently in and the 2 previous. So, like I said, we're in 14. You can order 14, 13, 12. You're in campaign 1. You can order 1, 26, 25. Whatever. You can order out the one that you're in and the 2 previous. Okay? Usually across that many books, you can find a price that may be even better than what they said. Maybe it's close to what they said. even if it's not. Now, if it's an outrageous difference, then I would just tell them, I can't really get them at that price anymore, but I'm going to bring you a current book, I'm going to let you look at it, and I'm going to get you the best deal I can on it. Even if I have to lose a little bit of commission, I'm going to give them that deal, okay? Because now I've got a new Avon customer who's going to stick around with me, because they obviously don't have an Avon representative right now, or they would already be buying from him or her. So I've got a brand new Avon customer, and it's one way that I can help even more. Sure, I'll honor that old price, because from now on you're going to be getting new books. From now on you'll be paying current prices. From now on I'll be making even more. So if I lose $1.75 in commission, it's not going to hurt me, because I'm going to be making $40 on you next campaign, or I'm going to be making $300 on you the rest of this year, whatever. Okay, if that doesn't work for you, that's okay. You can put a label on the books that say sample brochure, call me for a new one. You can put a note on there that says out of date brochure, call me for a new one. You can, there's, again, 100,000 different ways you can work this. Use it to your advantage. That's what I do, though. I use the Avon price difference, and I honor the old price. Like I said, unless it's outrageous. If they could get a $40 purse for $10, and now the best price I can do is $38, I'm just going to tell them, that was an old book, can't get that at that price anymore, but I'm going to bring you a new book with beautiful stuff. It's got, maybe it's different bags now, but if you really want this one, I'll give it to you at my cost of $26 or whatever it would be. Okay, that's just me. Use that to your advantage. Take it, run with it, whatever. So another thing you should always do, have Avon on your person in some way or another. Wear an Avon hat, have an Avon button, use the Avon name tag, have Avon signs, put a sign on your car. Doesn't have to be one of those big expensive ones. If you go to Avon Signs and Decals, they have some great price. You don't have to get the big one that covers the whole back window. You're not there yet, I get it. You can get one of the small $5 ones to put on the side window. It's still advertising your business. Okay? Always have Avon on you in some way or another. There are some people, old district sales managers, now that they're leaving or gone, who taught me not to have Avon on me. I found that it works better if I do have it on me, and this is just personal experience. Like if I've had my Avon name tag, and we went to, might have been Panera Bread, somewhere for breakfast one morning. I was having a meeting with another representative, and I don't know, we might have been running a little late, or anyway, I was up there buying, and I didn't even have Avon on my mind at that point because I was ordering food. Just gonna be real. But the lady said, "Oh, Avon." I said, "Yes, Avon. Do you have an Avon representative who services the Panera here?" "Well, no, we don't have anybody." "Would you like a new brochure?" "Yes, I would." "Great." Then, this is what I do with all brand new people for me, my brand new customers. I tell them, I have a sticky note on the book, or I have the little flyer, the little questionnaire if we're doing an event, however I'm getting their information. I tell them, if you'll fill this out for me with your name, your phone number, your email address, is it better to call or text you? How should I get a hold of you to follow up? When you give me that information, I take all of the people, the new customers for that month, and I do a drawing. Okay? At the end of every month, the last day of every month, we do a drawing with all new customers. And you can, usually it's whatever the deal is on the cover of the book. Like, whatever I'm giving them that book, you give me your information, and I'm going to put you into the drawing where you can win a free one of these bottles of Anew, or win a free perfume, win a free bottle of Skinzo, whatever it is on the cover. Okay? It's usually what we're giving away, because if I get 50 new customers in a month, yeah, that's 50 chances that 50 people in the drawing but I'm only giving one away, and now I've got 50 new people, right? Right. So, and it's not something that I say, oh, I'm doing a drawing today. No, I'm doing it for the whole month, because I'm not doing a drawing every day. I ain't got that kind of money yet. I'm not making Molly's paycheck. I'm not making Lisa Wilbur's paycheck yet. So, try that. See if that works. I'm not trying to just throw up ideas on you. I'm trying to tell you what I've used and what I'm using that's working. You have to be consistent in this business, trying these things over and over and over. See how they work for you. I mean, you have to know in this business, the average person only orders every 4 to 6 campaigns. So you can't get mad when your customers are not ordering every single campaign. That's the norm. Okay? Go out and get new customers, so that when the customers who ordered this campaign, they're not going to order again for 4 campaigns. Now, you'll have some that order every campaign. We love them. They're great, of course. But the norm. These customers who ordered in campaign 14 are not going to order in 15, 16. They may order in 17 or 18 or 19. You have to have enough customers to say, oh, okay, these ordered in 14, but these are going to order in 15. And then these are going to order in 16. And then these are going to order in 17. That's the kind of thing you have to think about. Like, do I have enough to always have my order at where I need it, so I'm making enough every single campaign? That's the way I looked at it. Was I needed to make X number of dollars every campaign. So in that case, I needed X number of orders. Well, however many orders I need, times 4 is how many customers I need. Because if they're ordering every 4th campaign, I need 4 times that many. That makes sense? That's just kind of how my brain works. Lee Bibb has corrupted me. So, you can't just wish the averages were better. Take the knowledge of having, okay, I know this is what it is. This is what I need to do to make sure I always have that. Quadruple your customer base. Do you have 10? Shoot for 40. Do you have 40? Shoot for 160. Determine how much you want to make. Let's make a plan, one-on-one. Let's talk about this. Get in touch with me, okay? Let's make a plan on how you can get where you want to get with your Avon business, because you got the rest of 2017 to still get there. If you're watching this at a later time, 2018, 19, 20, 2045, whatever. Whenever you're watching this, okay? Let's make a plan. So, that's pretty much all I have. The big takeaways that I want you to take away from this video. Number 1, always be self-educating, open to learning. How can I get more information? How can I learn more about Avon? Learn how to sell more. Learn more about the products themselves. Always be open to learning, okay? Number 2, pick 2 things that you heard in this video and try them for the next 2 months. Then, let me know how you did. I don't care when you're watching this. You pick something right now that you heard in this video. You try it for the next 2 months. Then you let me know how it works. Okay? Because whether it's good or bad, I want to celebrate with you. I want to see if it wasn't as great as you thought it should be. How can we tweak it? I want to let me know. 2 months, okay? And number 3, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to sell more. Challenge yourself to sell more products so you make more money. But challenge yourself, because it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. If you challenge yourself and you're always beating yourself, you're growing. I don't care what anyone else is doing in my district. I don't care what anyone else is doing in my division. I don't care what anyone else is doing in the company. Okay? Yeah, we can see what they're doing, and it's good to see, like, oh, okay, well, I've moved from number 14 to number 12 or whatever. But when it comes down to it, I don't put myself up against them, because their situations are completely different. Who knows what they've been through or what they haven't been through that I have. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to beat myself. Because if I sold last year, this campaign, if I sold $400, this year I want to sell at least $401. Okay? I always want to be beating myself. And that's what you should be striving for too. Not worried about what anybody else is doing. You do you. So let's make a plan. How can I help you? Going to end the video with that. How can I help you? Get in contact with me. If you're on my team, you know how to get in contact with me. You have my number, you have my email, you know how to send me a smoke signal. However it is you're going to get a hold of me, you know how to do it. Okay? Probably can in an email to you, maybe even with this video. But regardless, get in touch with me. Let's do some one-on-one training. Let's talk about some things that maybe you've been struggling with, that you've been doing really well with. I want to celebrate and I want to try and help it. I want to do it all. I'm here for you, okay? Also, be on the lookout for more videos because I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to try and do one every campaign so that we can keep up and stay in touch and be training even more. So if you need me, let me know. Until then, have a great day. Enjoy this weather that we talked about and make it an Avon beautiful day, okay? Bye, everybody.